Hey guys, what's going on? Just getting my screen set up here. I have uh, a collection of notes here on my desktop, and how's it going? I wanted to go live today to have some real talk. Wife is in the third trimester, if you've been following along, and just hit an experience, I guess, that I wanted to kind of throw out there and see if you guys are experiencing the same thing, and hopefully, just support each other, encourage each other. So if you've been following along, Joy is in the third trimester, and she's a teacher, and so summer break is over. She just went back to teaching this past week. And it's been quite an adjustment here in the household. um, Third trimester is when they start getting really big and running hot, getting cramps. Of course, I'm generalizing. Everyone's experience is different, but that's certainly the case for us. And we've due date is October, so early October. So we're kind of in home stretch right now, 6 weeks left. As the dad, just real talk, lots of housework, dishes, laundry, any other housework there is, cleaning the house, cooking. Want to know, for expectant dads out there in the third trimester, how are you guys handling that? Are you picking up slack, or is it just me? I'm gonna guess that you guys are doing similar things. By the way, this video right here is for the partner of the person who's pregnant. So if you're the pregnant one in the third trimester, I would advise you to click off this video, because you'll probably get pretty frustrated, because it's like, I don't want it to sound like a complaining kind of video, but it's real talk, and so kudos to you guys. You guys are building a human. God bless you. So yeah, just as a dad, oh, by the way, I forgot to say this up front too. I have three tips for parents that, or for the dad or the partner who's going through the pregnancy, especially in the third trimester. And so I hope to share those things, and hopefully it's helpful to you. So let me just dive right into that. So the three tips, all right, three tips for the partner of someone who's pregnant, especially in the third trimester. All right. The first one is, you might not like this one, but it's acceptance. Just accepting the fact that, hopefully it was your choice in the matter too. But just acceptance, it is an interesting time where, it's, your partner, maybe, well, for us anyways, Joy is starting to lean on me some more now. Like I mentioned, housework before. She's tired, and God bless her, she's building a human being. I will never know what that's like. And so she's tired. That means picking up slack around the house. Like I mentioned, chores. I think the biggest, the toughest one is keeping the little guy entertained, and parenting him through his tantrums, through his whatever he wants. And so acceptance is just the first thing. If you're like me, I want to always be working on something and progressing towards something. And today, for example, I woke up and I went to a men's support group, and then I came back and literally just hung out with my kid, unplanned. And so, by the way, that also introduces a second dynamic, which is, if this is your first time through pregnancy. I remember my first time, Joy was also tired a lot. She slept a lot, especially after work. I would come home and just binge on The Walking Dead. But this time around, there's a second kid, and it's a whole nother dynamic. So again, just going back to the tip, acceptance. Whenever I get into this mode of like, oh, I could be doing this, or I want to be doing this, that's just not helpful for me, because it's like coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not. I wish, yes, I could go play basketball. I wish I could watch TV. I wish I could binge on TV. I wish I could just go even for a jog. But the reality is, I have a kid who relies on me. I have a partner who is building a human, and it doesn't do me any good to think woulda, shoulda, coulda. So first is acceptance. The second one is maybe something to consider, a mindset shift. Just it kind of goes hand in hand with acceptance, but when I start thinking that, kind of like the whole "it's better to give than to receive," it helps me out a lot too. It just makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose here as a dad and as a human being, as an adult. Just I mean, I spent like, I don't know what it is, like an hour, 2 hours earlier today, just walking outside like our complex, and with no goal in mind. And before a kid, I would have never have done that. I would have never had like unscheduled time where I'm just like exploring. But that's just the reality of it right now. And what I'm trying to get at, the whole mindset shift, is trying to think of it from coming from this place of abundance. I have a lot. It could be a lot worse. I'm grateful for what I have. I have time. I have energy, and I can spend it with my little guy. And just not only that, but going back to the whole third trimester thing. I have abilities. I can pitch in. And when I do pitch in, it's not fun at the time. Like I mentioned, I would rather be doing other things, if I'm completely honest. But it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. When I think it's not about me, it's about the familial unit. The whole teamwork thing. It sucks, but at the end of the day, like I never have a regret about that. I never regret like, oh crap, like I shouldn't have spent those 30 minutes vacuuming, and it makes me feel good, like I mentioned. So I don't know if you feel that way, if you feel like when you're contributing or when you're sacrificing, for the greater good. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you feel that, or if I'm just making things up and lying to myself to make myself feel good. But yeah, I talked about acceptance, instead of like consistently trying to like live another reality, right? Just accept the fact that this is the stage of life now. That's really helpful for me. Second thing is mindset shift, just, and it's actually maybe a sub bullet of the first one. Just accepting the fact that, it makes me feel fulfilled and rewarded when I'm giving, and then the third thing is just drawing on support. I was gonna say, I don't think I could do this on my own, but the fact is I can't do it on my own. So luckily I have, some friends that are also pregnant, similar stage. And so they totally get, the struggle. I'm part of a new dad group in Campbell. I'll link the meetup group down below. So if you're in the San Jose, South Bay region, check out the meetup, and feel free to come out. We just hang out. We have no agenda. We just come out and watch the VTA lines go back and forth because the kids love it. But I'm able to text them and say like, man, it was a tough week because of XYZ. And they'll be like, oh man, I know, I heard this saying once, problem shared, problem halved. And so every time I share the problem, it gets cut in half, or it feels like anyways. And, and it'll never go to zero, but, every time I share, it's helpful to me. So maybe it's helpful to you too. If you're not close to a physical support group, check out Facebook. There's a bunch of like support groups there for new parents and new dads also. I know my friend Andrew of Dadverb, he has a Facebook group, support group. Dan Norton of Parent Pacifier, they also have a Facebook group, and he has a website. So there's plenty of resources out there. If you are having a tough time finding them, just feel free to reach out to me, and I'll try to find a good place for you. But yeah, those are really the 3 tips that I wanted to share. Just acceptance, mindset shifts, better to give than to receive. And then the third thing, drawing on support. So I hope that's helpful to you. I expected this video to be like 5 minutes, but it's already running to 11 minutes. And I guess if you just watch this video for the tips, feel free to click off at this point. But I wanted to, say a couple of other things related to this channel. So if you're interested in like getting content for new fathers and, just new parents in general, feel free to stick around. So yeah, I'm just checking my notes here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. So why I decided to do a live instead of a proper video. If you're a YouTuber, you'll kind of get it that you have all these like ideas running in your mind all the time, and editing and polishing and the production value can get in the way of putting out content, potentially helpful content. And so, instead of like making a full video on this, I just wanted to get my 3 tips out there. And it was a little bit more long-winded than I thought it would be. So apologies for that. But hopefully, you still got something out of it. And I just wanted to go live, just take away the burden of editing and post-editing and, just the production of it. So hopefully, you can appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, so just really wanted to get back to basics. Again, if you're just joining, my name is Jonathan. I'm passionate about fatherhood, and especially new dads, because when I was a new dad, I was like, what the heck? What do I do? How do you do this thing? Yeah, I think that's all I got today. Thanks for joining. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, consider hitting the like button and subscribe for more content on new fathers. I have been straying a little bit from the core content that I want to be putting out, which is tips, tricks, how-tos for new and expectant fathers, interviews with new fathers. I've got some stuff cooking with interviews. But yeah, I just get easily distracted and start putting out vlogs, and I don't think you care about like my life. Well, you might, and I appreciate it if you do, but I just, I'm kind of straying away from that just because like, I don't know, it like the core audience I want to serve is, new and expectant dads. And I kind of lost my way there. So apologies for that. But hopefully this video is a step in the direction of helpful. I think that's all I got. So thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys next time. Make it a great day. Catch you guys soon. Bye.